Today, we're going to be talking about boundaries. One thing that I see repeatedly in the corporate world, at home, wherever basically women are, is a constant habit of saying yes to the things that we want to say no. What is to it? Attending to that meeting, doing the work of the child, solving the problems of the husband, taking care of everybody else before us. Doing much more than we can humanly do. Doing much more than would be helpful to build good relationships. And we end up really beyond our capabilities, ill. One of the latest stories I got from one of my customers was of a colleague of her. They were working in a 500 company, and this lady stood up and she was going to the toilet and she just fell. They had to call an ambulance to take her to the hospital. This is really serious. And what I hear left, right, and center is this same sentence, which actually triggered for me to do this video today. Today, I read an old article in the Harvard Business Review. It was published in 2014, entitled Rethink What We Know, between quotes, about high-achieving women. This is created by professors, very serious ladies with, PhDs, years of experience. And the sentence that really went to my heart, was at the end of the article. One 40-year-old alumnus of Harvard MBA, reported, "I struggle with balancing family and work life. And so far, my reputation is suffering both at work and at home." So this is a highly educated woman with an MBA. She is working very hard at home and at work. And I can just see her, the children misbehaving, the boss giving her a not that fantastic review, the husband being, maybe a relationship when both of them are in bed reading their mobile phones, or arguments. You can just imagine what that means. My heart goes to her, like it goes to every single woman who is alive today, because we're living exactly the same. We are asked to perform. It is everywhere. You can see it in all the news. There are very few women in high levels of management, and we feel the pressure to go and perform in the corporation, in the corporate ladder, climb the ladder, and we just climb the ladder. And some of us go so far into saying we have to climb that ladder that we forget to leave. You know the story, and even, it's very short to say it, that I was that kind of woman. I was 37 years old, no boyfriend, nothing. The only thing that I had was my job. Wow. And suddenly I woke up. I really want a family. I really want a hug. And Marilyn Monroe told us, a career will not hug you on Sunday night. So we're supposed to be sexy, to be motherly, and to be a business success. Let us take a deep breath in and exhale. This is too much. This requirement of being the powerful, successful businesswoman takes effort. To be the present, wise, perfect apple pie mother takes time. To be the sexy and emotionally intelligent wife takes time. It's like we have 3 jobs, and considering additional because my parents already passed, but some of you are also with the pressure of taking care of aging parents. Our social demands are gigantic. Of course, again, if contributing in society, maybe you are in a non-profit organization as well. This is too much. This is too much. And burnout statistics, you can see it everywhere. Everywhere in the planet are just going to the roof. And the resignation, the great resignation today, again, the statistics are telling us that more women are leaving. And where are they leaving? No, they not stop working. They go working somewhere else. They go and set up their business, or they go work in a place where they find something different. So if we all have 24 hours and we have all those demands, we have to change how we do things. We have to change how we do things. So yeah, we need to work, because if you are highly educated, if you have a PhD in whatever, you need to use that knowledge for the benefit of humanity. If you had the blessing of being a mother, wow, you will be losing a great opportunity if you didn't have a big say in the upbringing of your children. Can you imagine having birthed them and being really detached from them? I mean, for me, that's such a waste. That's so unthinkable. And having found this wonderful man to not having an intimate relationship with him, that's also a waste of life. How to do it? Less and better. Less and better. One of the solutions that I have implemented with my husband is that we have 1 cup of coffee on Thursday morning, and we sit down to listen to each other deeply. How are you? And don't reply to me, fine, but how are you? And we listen to each other. Did you feel loved last week? Did I listen to you? How would you like to feel loved next week? Is there something that is bothering you? 1 hour a week, deep, has improved our relationship dramatically. At work, you can do precisely the same. Deep conversations with your boss, it can be even shorter, 10 minutes. How was last week? How are we going? What's important? It's really like meta communication above what you are communicating. With your children, you can do exactly the same. It depends the age of your children, but what I have noticed that works very well with my children and with the children of my customers, because all of them are like me, ladies, mothers with young children, and we also have old children. With children, is have a conversation after dinner. You are more mellow, they are more mellow, and maybe it's, 15 minutes, half an hour to have a conversation. It doesn't matter how old they are. If they are teenagers, if they are babies, you connect to the person. Otherwise, we are going to regret it. We're going to miss them forever, because every single day they stop being that beautiful child of 5 or 12. Just be with them. So what I'm proposing to you is more being, less doing, more presence, less running. A very practical way of doing this is to improve the things, the processes that you do every day. One of the things that we do every day in your house, in my house, is to say hello and goodbye at the door. So we have implemented the process that everybody goes to say hello and goodbye to whoever comes in and whoever leaves. So we pay attention to that person who is leaving, who's arriving. So look, what are the processes that you are repeating every day? Is it email? How can you improve email? Read it, reply it. Yes, no, schedule it, delete it. Yes, no, schedule, delete it. And you have 0 email. Improve every process that you do. Improve every process that you do, particularly thinking if you should be doing it at all. You should be doing it at all. And to say there will be a moment when you are not going to be able to do everything. You see, every Thursday I meet my customers for what we call the Wounds to Wings Sanctuary. Thursday night, that's where we meet. And there was this Thursday night that it was about time to meet them. I had a wonderful day with my family, so the kitchen was a mess. Dishes all over the kitchen. I just look at the kitchen. I look at all the messy dishes and I said, that is okay. That just means that I'm having a fabulous life with my family. Now it's time to work. It is just perfectly fine. So to reduce overwhelm, allow yourself that chaos. Allow that the hair doesn't fall perfectly, that you are not well ironed, that you made a typo, that the link did not work at that moment. Give yourself some grace of not having the dishes perfectly washed and clean all the time, not, having the spell check perfect in all your documents you present. Give yourself some grace. Forgive yourself in the moment that you are a little bit less than perfect. It is okay to be less than perfect. Give yourself some time to go back to your heart to see what is your definite yes. And when you know what the definite yes is, everything will be no. No, 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 because I have to do this, which is my definite yes. But how do you find your definite yes if you are running? You need to create different kind of practices of retreating and taking time for yourself. Taking time for yourself, and specifically take time for yourself in community of other women who could support you. Do you have a sister? Call that sister. Do you have special girlfriends? Call those girlfriends. Particularly women who really want the best for you. Not gossipy ones or negative ones or depressed ones. We love those ones and we just know. We send them to God. God takes care of them. Connect with the ones that are working on themselves, that are trying to find that balance between the demands of the world and the calling of the heart. The balance between saying no and yes, no and yes. A very, very healthy kind of selfishness to really be the best that you can be. This is the kind of people that you need to hang out with. It is my desire that you implement one of these ideas, because as you start becoming more mindful, more centered, and start living from the heart, from the inside out, everything is going to be improved. Your business, your intimate relationship, your children, because remember that your children, they are not little animals. They are entire human beings that are actually learning values, who will become parents. What kind of parents do you want your children to become? So think about that and act accordingly. What kind of conversations do you want to have with them? What kind of relationship you want to build with them? very different way of seeing them, as a waste of time or as future families. Each one of them is a future family. So, would you like to go deeper on this subject? We are organizing a 90 minutes interactive workshop when we are going to go deeper on the subject of boundaries. It's absolutely completely free. And what you get is 90 minutes of being with you to reconnect with your heart and in community with other women who will be mirroring you, so that you are able to answer the key question of why you do that and get specific on why. What is pushing you to say yes when you want to say no? And once you know that, you will be able to create a turnaround. How you are going to turn around and what you will be able to say instead of yes, yes, yes. If you want to join us, it's the 12th of May. It's at 7 p.m. Central European Time. And as I said, it's completely for free. So you are welcome. And if you are here at this length of the video, please like it, please share it, comment how you deal with boundaries, what other tips you have, because you see, we are learning how to be complete women in this level of gigantic pressure on us. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm recording this on the 5th of May, 2022 in the Netherlands. This is the celebration of freedom, the end of the Second World War. Let us today be merry for freedom. Freedom, let's work in the freedom also individually in our heart. May you have a free and loving day.